Do you wanna start a cult with me?
Often imitated, never duplicated. DirtyKenzoproductions.
Microphone checker. We live. What up, everybody? Welcome to episode 19 of Convos. We're moving right along, ladies and gentlemen. Here again tonight with the one and only amazingly beautiful Queen Kellz, everybody.
Hello.
Hope everybody's having a good day. Now I'm saying day and it's actually night. Thought I had another. Oh, well, I thought I had another banner, but I have one eventually. Hope everybody's having a good one. Convos, our talk show. Pammy, whenever you can make it, feel free, sis. Yeah, I know. That's why I'm saying it. Hope everybody's having a good one. I do hope we're not being like shadow banned or anything from the unnecessary strike we received Sunday. Unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, we'll talk a little more about this tonight during the show, but unfortunately, sometimes you can get in the crosshairs of people who want to do petty shit, without really doing anything at all to lead yourself into it. So we'll talk a little more about that, but needless to say, there's always got to be a party pooper, and someone struck nostalgic on Sunday morning. One of our first strikes. So we're working on different ways. I don't want to have to move it strictly to Patreon, but if it persists this way, we don't want to lose the channel. So we'll have to do it's ridiculous that
Well, at least there we'll be able to hear the whole song.
yeah, I mean, yeah, we can do a lot more. But yeah, we're gonna try a few other things before then. Hopefully, I always ignore the bullshit, like don't even engage in it. Like you're not getting my attention that easily. So hopefully, it dies off. I mean, it's as stupid as it is. Stupid as it is. But we keep moving forward, ladies and gentlemen. That's what it's all about. You guys have been here for a while. You know that's what we're all about around here. It's about growing. Convos is a show where we could all engage with each other, have different thoughts, different conversations, critical thinking, and common fucking sense, as rare as that shit is anymore. Appreciate everybody. The link is in the chat. As soon as we get through our hellos and our monologue, the phone lines will be open, so to speak. Please keep in mind, I, Queen Kellz, or Pamela, all three do hold the sole right to deny any caller, so to speak. So if I say it's so-and-so and anyone feels uncomfortable with that, we do hold the full right to deny or approve anyone we please. Our channel, and by our, I mean everybody. I mean everybody here. These are, we do these things we're community-based. We're a tight-knit community. We take care of each other, and we only want to see good things. So make sure you guys are hitting that like button for me. It is more important than ever, ladies and gentlemen. We'll jump into the chat. Pamela J in the place to be.
Hello there. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Hey, Kellz, baby doll.
How the hell are you?
How the hell are ya?
Look at that. Queen Kellz is #1 in the chat and here. How does she do it?
It's magic.
I'm going to teach everybody the poor man's StreamYard tricks in a second, too. Salute, Chuck. Salute to Thursday, our newest Patreon member. Become a member on Patreon today. Kellz drops the link. $4.20 a month is the first tier. It shows you support the programming. And in case, again, if we have to move anything there, you'll be right in line to see it. So thank you again, Thursday.
Yeah, I'd like
Shannon
you to go over that. Like,
Yeah, it's pretty
promote
easy.
it.
Thursday had it. Thursday's like, it was in Spanish. And I'm like, I
Oh,
don't know
what?
why. Then she was like, sorry, that was my keyboard. Shannon Turdface is in the building. Of course, we got Pammy in the chat
Oh
on
my
the
gosh.
panel. Look at that magic. Yeah, but they gave us a fucking copyright check. And I'm a little upset about it too, because it's like, it was for spam. I even wrote in the appeal. I said, I can understand if you're striking the music, but this is clearly done spitefully and pettily. Like, this was petty. This was spite. This was purposely and spitefully done. Like,
do you get like fined for that or anything? Or
nah,
like,
three of them they could take your channel.
I don't really quite understand all the
David, salute.
ramifications to a content creator
Well,
when this happens.
That's the theory behind it. If they strike you and they hold 3 times, you can lose your channel.
I think that if people are striking for bogus stuff, they should keep count of that. And then if that
100%.
channel is doing that, they should shut that channel and bar them from using it.
100%, and I don't think they do. I don't think it does in any way help anybody.
I think the manpower and the algorithm or whatever they'd have to invest the money in is not even worth their while, you know. So
it's corny, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like there's plenty of people out here who need to go through what these trolls are trying to put people through. You know what I mean? There's plenty of people who actually fucking deserve it. Go somewhere. Like you're up here posting fucking Tan, one of the nicest people on YouTube. Like, the fuck?
People are just crazy with it.
Like, I haven't even commented to them once. Meanwhile, my kids have been up there. Kell's full name's up there. Like,
where the hell was this?
Something
that
from my
clam.
birthday was up there. Like,
that clam that KT talking about, they're all about me. Like, I did something to them.
Oh.
That's who struck the channel Sunday. Someone involved with them. Like, I'm like, I've never talked to you folks. What the fuck are we doing here? I don't know you. Why are you like on my top?
Well,
I didn't say anything to you about to, like, go away, weirdo. Just don't get it. So that makes me, so, you know, I never try to go with the first thought because I know that YouTube paranoia. But I'm like, to me, I said maybe I did something to them before. Or
I mean,
it
doesn't have to go to.
Yeah.
Can you hear me good?
Yeah, I hear you fine.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know what would possess people to do that anyway. I just don't get it myself.
People were having a good time. Like,
I don't, you know, like I said, I see what the idea behind their shit is. And I've seen people out there, maybe even people they've went after, I don't know, but that, like, okay, it makes sense. This person's out here treating people like shit. It makes sense. But to be out here acting like, you know, it's always, you know, KT's always racist and always causing trouble and always, no, that's not true at all.
oh,
Yeah.
They look dumb when they do that. That's all.
But you know, it still gets frustrating. Like I said, when people are going to rightfully try to defend me, us, you know, whatever.
Hi, Haley.
Haley in the building. Appreciate you. Yeah, I know.
G-Dup's here. Hey, G-Dup. I want to buy a no. I can't afford a Bentley's gas nor insurance.
Is it raining? No. Okay. G-Dup from the motherfucking feet up, ladies and gentlemen. G-Dup Quinn.
G-Dup
I gotta get an applause clip. Yeah, I gotta get an applause clip. I keep forgetting. Ain't nobody got time for that. And hold up. Right.
That one is the funniest. I love that damn clip.
I made the clip because
what is her name? What is her name again?
Sweet Brown.
Sweet Brown.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
She got some fame,
Gee.
like in her local area. You know how you'll get like local car commercials. She was doing like local car commercials and shit. They were like,
Yeah,
they were like, they're trying to double charge you. Ain't nobody got time for that. Yeah,
I mean, did she copyright that? Every time somebody
I
wants to
hope so.
use
I hope so. I hope
every
so.
time somebody wants to use it, I mean, really? I don't know. I mean, people could say it, but they couldn't say it in her voice, maybe. I don't know how that works.
Yeah, that's I mean, these are thankfully those clips are short, so I don't have to wear. That's fair use right there. But
Yeah, yeah. I mean, you put it out there, it's going to get you. I mean, you know what I mean? It's like,
yeah, but it's like I'm not even fucking. I'm not monetized. One, nostalgic is not monetized. So you know what I mean? It's like, what's the fucking big? Even on YouTube side, what's the big deal?
right,
How's that spam at that?
Exactly.
It just shows that you don't really look at anything.
And it's like I said, it gets frustrating because it's like that. I do take like I was even saying that to KT. Like he's like, oh, was it off your Instagram? I'm like, yeah, same name in public. But it's like I know that shit's out there. What are you supposed to do? Not live your life? I can't do that.
Right, right. Yeah, no, I was
Even now, I don't think the notification went out right.
yeah, I didn't get it. Kellz had to tell me we're live.
Mhm.
I didn't know.
Yeah, we're public.
you got-
It's public, not unlisted or anything. So
I didn't even see it until she told me. And
Yep.
then I was like, oh, it was a little late. What have you been doing today? What Kellz had a
she got home at 3, so we just been chilling since then.
yeah.
Well, she had a meeting, so 4, but
Yeah.
yeah, I got to go help my old man with some sheetrock tomorrow. So
Oh, really?
yeah, he's just trying to do like, well, before the weather gets too crazy. He's a little older, so can't be doing fucking a sheetrock job in the middle of August. He's a little too old.
No, it's going to be 90.
Oh, it's only going to be what, his bedroom and hers or something like the what's it called, the stepdaughter. So
The weather here has been like so hot.
it was kind of today. You're talking mid 80s today, but they're talking about 90s tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was like 97 with the humidity factor.
I'll
It's
tell
like,
you what,
it's
I said to
bad.
Kellz the other day, I forgot it was fucking summer.
Yeah.
Like it's July. Like it's July. Why are we just getting hot weather?
Deucey's
The
here.
city of
Deucey 22 Ronin.
Ducey is in the building, ladies and gentlemen. Crazy old coop.
He's crazy.
It's
So is
fucking
there, is there anything you want to talk about tonight? Did you think of speaking of ding dongs?
yeah, right. Just I wanted to speak a little bit about that, and then some other shit. We were supposed to. Kellz just reminded me. Actually, we were supposed to have a talk. We said we would push it. We talked about it on Nostalgic, and said we would do it on a Convos, but it was like about Jack Kevorkian and assisted killing and shit like that.
Oh yeah, yeah. The what do they call
I
that?
figured if we wanted to get into,
Yeah.
if we wanted to get into something like that, I figured we
And
could.
no, it was in the comments of
Dying with dignity, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hi,
'Cause I said
Ivy.
nobody
Yeah,
does
that's what
the
they call it.
Yeah.
It's past Ivy's bedtime. She's ready for bed. Her
Yeah,
bedtime's
Venus,
8
I
o'clock.
appreciate you stopping in, Ivy, though. That's beautiful. Awesome. Thank you.
Night, night. I sent
That's
her a
lovely,
gift. I sent her a gift of like a kid falling over and pass out.
But yeah, I love that. That's true love right there, where people stop in. Hey, I'm going to. Even Haley just did it. Hey, I'm going to sleep, but wanted
They
to
hit the
salute and
like
say have
and
a
say
good
hello.
show.
Exactly.
That's what's so
Exactly.
funny. It's like these trolls are out here trying to act like we're like out here like hateful people. And it's like it couldn't be any further from the truth.
I know we're like a small, tiny channel
Yeah, we're
just
like-
having fun.
Yeah, we're just having fun. We don't even, ain't nobody out here doing nothing crazy, malicious, none of the above.
I know, right? All right.
But like I said, what can you do?
I heard Cheat Up said I heard Kevorkian makes a killer martini. No, we had to. I had brought up the whole dying with dignity in the states. I actually didn't have a chance to research it, but it's to
Yeah,
my
me neither.
understanding that there are certain states that allow,
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
and then
There's certain doctors that are allowed to.
I
and
wonder
you
how
have
that
to go. You have to
communicates.
go through a battery of like
That's what
psychiatric
I'm saying. I
testing.
wonder how it's you know how you
It's not as
it's
simple
okay.
as you
Yeah,
have
that's what
to.
I'm saying. Like, how's it okay?
I
They
believe
do
you
it for
have.
terminal patients.
Yeah.
The bones of it? You know,
You have to have a doctor certify that
it would
you
probably
only
have to
have
be.
like 6
Yeah,
months to live or
I was
something
Yeah,
like
getting
it's
it. You
that.
like
got to be
terminal
terminal.
people.
I was just getting ready to say. Kel said
Most
that.
of
Yeah,
the time,
you got to
yeah.
be terminal. I would imagine.
You got to have
Well,
a pretty special case to not have something like that wrong with you and have assisted.
Mm,
well, it's sort of like
Or
in my industry where you can with your insurance policies and things like that, if you have a
yeah.
terminal illness and say like you have $1 million policy
Hmm.
and you get certification, there's certain riders you can put on the policy that if you get a certified letter from a doctor that you're going to pass in like 6 months, they give you access to your death benefit to handle personal affairs or do whatever the hell you want to do
Mm.
with that money so that it, if you had to handle it. But it's like you have
I
to.
think. I mean, listen. In America, I think a lot of that should be legal. You know what I mean? And it's just up to the person.
It
I
totally
don't
is.
know. I don't. I mean, Jack Kevorkian doing it. He was doing things illegally. Also, guys, phone lines are open. Anyone want to come up and join the convo? Feel free. Once again, any of the three hosts can deny anyone or accept anyone at their own bequest. But yeah, obviously he was doing it illegally. But it's like
well, they
What
called him
exactly was he
self-made
doing?
death
How was he
because
doing
he
it?
killed the
I don't.
elderly
Yeah, I would.
and the already sick.
Yeah, I would
saying
want to
he was doing
research.
it as a
Yeah,
mercy.
yeah.
Yeah, I'd want to research more. I don't want to get too far into Jack because I'd rather research more. But I'd rather just like talk about basically just the thought of it, the
Yeah,
moral
exactly.
stipulations,
I know
things like that.
a part of me, the not religious, I'm spiritual, not necessarily religious in all instances, but some people's argument is that's not something that's your choice to take control of. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But at the
Thursday
same,
says if you're I'll let you finish that 1 sec, Pammy. She
no,
says if you're terminally ill, they up your morphine. That's what she's experienced with other relatives.
that's what they did with my mom. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, what we end up doing, we don't
What you
up
used to
the
do,
morphine.
hypothetically.
Yeah.
We don't up the morphine. It goes into a faster rotation.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So they get the
So
same dose. It's just less
if they're
hours.
being anxious and
It's
wilding out,
yes, exactly, Kellz. Yeah, that's
you
how
can
they.
give them you can give them their morphine at their scheduled time. But if after an hour that didn't do anything, I can therefore call the nurse and give them like Haldol because they're still anxious and you know what I mean, to try to calm down and relax.
See, the crazy thing with Kevorkian was though that like society as a whole basically said that assisted killing was wrong. Like that's kind of what came out of that. People were saying it was wrong, and who gets it? For me, it's like I don't know. I mean, I would just ask that someone would be of sound mind.
To make the
Other than
decision.
that,
Yeah, but how are you supposed to
pass a psychological test.
hence the battery test that you go
That's
through
what
to
I'm
get-
saying. There should be a battery.
So with dementia and stuff like that,
Why
there's
should
no
it-
way that they can
That's
do
what I'm
it.
saying. With dementia, it gets hard. You would have to have it like written before, like a will, like in your will.
Yeah.
or tell your
Like-
power of attorney.
Your
Of course,
power
we're
of
speaking-
attorney, yeah.
we're speaking hypotheticals here, and if I'm hypothetical president, I make this legal. We're going off that. So, it's like
It's a slippery slope. Yeah.
it is. That's why society got away from it because they knew we weren't ready for that. Because once you get into conversations like that in America, people get divided because it goes in. People go, my religion doesn't allow that, and people go, hey, the American rights let you do that.
Or people are so savvy with trying to like make somebody, like say you have a wife, I'm just saying hypothetically, okay, you have a wife or a spouse you want to get rid of or whatever, you can like poison them to in a place to where or do something to them to make it look like they're dying, and then just like say, okay, we want to do the right to die pill on them.
Mhm.
You know, I mean, you just don't know. I don't
So
know.
I got Wikipedia on Jack opening up now. So
Yeah, so yeah, it was. I don't know. I think
So,
it's one of those things that I'd like to have the option for, but I wouldn't necessarily use it. I don't know.
and there's plenty of things in life like that, right?
That's
Like
what I'm
life
saying. Yeah.
insurance, fire insurance, water and flood insurance. You don't want to use it, but you have it in case. All right, guys. So we're speaking on this topic a little bit. We like to always try to be educated. We don't like to make guesses, assumptions. So we were speaking a little bit on Dr. Jack Kevorkian, real name Murad Jacob Jack Kevorkian. He was born May 26 of 1928. He passed June 3rd of 2011. He was an Armenian American pathologist and euthanasia proponent. He publicly championed the terminal patient's right to die by physician-assisted self-deletion. You know the word, guys.
Yeah.
Embodied in his quote,
Unaliving.
"Unaliving is not a crime." Kevorkian said that he assisted at least 130 patients. He was convicted of unaliving people in 1999 and was often portrayed in the media of the name of Dr. Opposite of Live.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I knew that was his nickname. So what he was doing was saying, if
He-
a client said, "Oh, kill me now," and he did
We're
it.
trying not to use the word.
Oh, yeah.
Good work.
Anyway,
He studied,
I was going to say you did a good job on that because I don't think I would have been
thank you,
able to.
sis.
I would have never been able to. I would have been like, blah, 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 blah.
So he was an active doctor from 52 to 2011. So he still practiced all the way, even in
yeah. Even while
he
this was
practiced
going
for
on.
12 years in prison. He was still a practicing doctor.
You don't
He
lose
studied.
the ability to be a doctor, though.
He studied at Henry Ford and Michigan Medicine. He had a subspecialty in euthanasia medicine. In 1998, Kevorkian was arrested and tried for his role in the voluntary euthanasia of a man named Thomas Yauk, who had Lou Gehrig's disease, or ALS. He was
That's
convicted
a
of
horrible
second-degree-
disease.
He was
That is
convicted
a
of
horrible
second-degree
disease.
murder and served 8 years of it, 10 to 25. He was released on parole June 1, 2007, on the condition he would not offer advice. He would not offer advice about, participate in, or be present at the act of any type of euthanasia to any person, nor that he promote or talk about the procedure of assisted unaliving. So he got out on parole 3 years early. Don't practice and don't talk about it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Or
I've
even
seen
kill it.
I've seen somebody suffer with ALS. It's not it's bad, especially towards the end.
Yeah.
Just
can
like
imagine.
with I mean, I can see where it would be a person's choice to if there's medical information out there and documentation that's like there's no coming back from this once you hit a certain point. But not to use it for, cancer runs in my family, so let me self-delete myself
what
so
I'm
I don't have to
saying.
go through it. You know what I mean? You can't.
And
use
they're
it like
saying
that.
here, like, even in the wiki, I mean, of course, I could go on there and write the wiki, but they're saying, terminal patients. It's in, you know what I mean? So 130
Yeah.
terminal patients. So it's like every one of them went through that battery of tests to make sure, like, no, I mean, listen, when you're at stage 4 on anything, your chances are pretty much 0, 1. Like, they'll tell you that.
And
Oh,
if
you got
it's
stage
nothing,
4.
if it's nothing but suffering, and you don't fucking
Yeah.
know if you're coming or
Gee,
going,
that's so fucking weird you said that, Quinn.
he's
said
got
Bruce
some
Willis
form
is
of
in bad
dementia,
shape.
doesn't he?
Yeah, I was just over to homie's house a little bit ago, and he was watching A Good Day to Die Hard with Bruce Willis, which is the last one he made. It was like 2012 or something like that.
The one with Justin Long?
No, the one after that, the one he made with Jai Courtney. I never could catch this one, so I was like, well, I never seen this movie. So watching it, and I'm like, well, look at Bruce, and I'm like, he's fallen off quick because his daughter, Rumor Willis, has shared some video, and you could even see it in his eyes. He's not the same guy.
Yeah.
It's,
and it's
so sad,
It's
man.
sad as
Fuck.
shit.
And that's why he retired.
You're watching it. Yeah, he had to retire. He's done it. He did enough movies, though. He has
Oh,
more
yeah.
B movie. The only person who got more B movies than him is Nick Cage.
He could still keep.
He
going.
made more
He
movies
didn't
with
have
50
that
Cent than Eminem.
He's got, and you know what I like is the fact that Demi Moore and their 3 daughters they have together, and then his second wife, they have 2 young, I believe it's 2 younger children
I think
together.
so, yeah.
They do everything together as a family. You know what I'm saying? Like they put everything aside to say, you know what? Let's
They're
make his
so
life
young
as
and
the
strong
best
as
it
fuck.
can be. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like I respect people so much that do that. You know what I mean? Like
Mhm.
that came on quick too, man. I mean, he could have
That's
had
what
it for a
happened.
while as much. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, that's
If it
crazy.
goes up on you, and before you know it, bam.
Yep.
And then who else was it I was seeing? Whatever, did anybody, speaking of just like illnesses amongst people, the Jamie Foxx, did we ever figure out what happened to Jamie Foxx?
Mm-mm.
No, I know there was pictures of him seen outside, healthy, like him waving to the cameras and shit.
Last
but other
thing-
than that, I don't know.
Last thing I heard was TMZ reported he was fucked up and on life support. And then his daughter was like, don't listen to TMZ. My dad been out of the hospital for weeks. And then TMZ was still reporting on being sick. And I'm like, what is going on here?
Plus
The
you have,
conspiracy
It's
theorists-
supposed to be healing at
well, the
home,
conspiracy theorists think he was poisoned because he was going to expose Diddy.
yeah, we talked about that, right? Yeah.
You know me and my conspiracy theories. Frankie Blanco!
Blanco.
Yo, Frankie Blanco got bars. And if you didn't know Frankie Blanco and G'd Up Queen got bars, you don't know bars.
Oh,
I'm
Jude
from
up says he's
Kensington.
Gucci.
We know bars. Bars to
Bars.
drink at, Xanax bars, and
I
rap
wonder
bars.
if there's
Miss
like a,
Rhonda, salute.
I wonder if
Yeah,
somebody
see
would
Jamie's Gucci, he's saying.
somebody would name it like their bar Xanax.
The Xanax
Wouldn't it-
bar?
Well, yeah, the Xanax bar. They
It would have
probably
to be
wouldn't
in
allow it.
California. It would have to be in California.
I know they probably wouldn't fucking allow it. Another person who in the limelight that has suffered and in my opinion overcome so much is Michael J. Fox. He's
Crazy.
just getting worse and worse, but he
And
is
he's so
like
positive. He's so
I know.
fucking positive.
I
It's
know.
crazy.
Do you think
Mrs.
about
Diana in the building.
hey,
He is so
Bobby.
positive. You're like, I mean, I seen a fucking commercial for a documentary about him, and it made me feel good. It was
Yeah.
the trailer. It wasn't even the program.
It makes you wonder, like your inner self, like when you're dealt that kind of, you got to
Sometimes
deal
we need
with
a
it or
reminder, though.
not.
Sometimes
what?
we need the reminder. Like when I see stuff like that, you know, some people will be like, damn, why can't I be that positive? And then I just say to myself, like, listen, sometimes we need the reminder. You know, the life gets so, it just buries you, and sometimes you forget to be positive. You know what I mean? You see like a person save another person's life, or 10 people flip a car off of somebody, and you're like, wow. I'll watch them videos. I tell everybody all the time on YouTube, it's Faith Restored in Humanity. And it'll just be different clips of people saving people's lives. And it makes you feel good. Warms your heart.
Yeah, G'd up, you're right. Parkinson's was worse years ago.
His mom's
They've come
passed
far.
away.
And I think there's a
Oh, we've
an
come
al-
crazy far in medicine in the last 30 years. I mean,
yeah, there's
the
a I
things
think
they
the F,
want,
I
the
think
things
the
that'll kill you quick, they have cures for.
the
for the most
FDA I
part.
think passed they're doing a trial or passed a trial on an Alzheimer's drug. So
Yeah, no, they've been using
I saw that.
certain ones for other things. What is that? The restless leg syndrome one? Ain't that it?
What?
For Alzheimer's or something? They give it to Alzheimer's patients?
No, that was Parkinson's.
Yeah, there's a
Mirror
if you have restless leg syndrome, like you can't sleep at night because your legs are like twitching, and it runs in Kell's family. She had it, or grandma had it. So
Has.
they have, yeah. So they give you a medicine for it, and they tell you like it's also given to Parkinson's patients.
Hey, Sharonda, baby girl Wendy.
Wendy
That
in the
just goes to show
building.
you things they use to help stop or fix one thing is also used to benefit for another condition.
Yeah, and it's just also crazy how media manipulation and shit like that, ivermectin, people were using it to cure the cocoa, and it was like Joe Rogan spoke out on it, and they were like, it's a horse medicine, or it might not have been the ivermectin, it might have been a different medication, but they were saying it's like a horse medicine. He's like, I got it from my doctor. Why are you acting like I bought this from some shady guy at the fucking rodeo?
Now they're saying that a representative for Fox did publicly admonish a report that Fox's medical complication was due to a COVID vaccine booster.
Yeah, of course, because that's what
They
every
said that was completely inaccurate.
well, listen, when you're in the conspiracy theories, you're down the rabbit hole. Everything sounds like a conspiracy theory. Everything sounds like it's connected, all that. So if someone thinks, hey, they were trying to force that on us a little bit. So if someone thinks that, like a conspiracy theorist, so to speak, they're going to believe every young person freak accident. They're going to go, see,
well, this says
I bet you he got it.
now.
Hey,
it says
Murs.
Russell-
Murs is in.
and this is
Joe Murph.
this is a Instagram post from his daughter, that's been deleted since. Luckily, due to quick action and great care, he is already on his way to recovery.
Who was this, though? Who are
Jamie
you talking?
Foxx.
This
Oh,
was
okay.
his daughter saying that.
I'm going to tell you, man, some of the drugs that they treat you for one thing cause
Yep.
other afflictions.
They said
yeah.
people in Hollywood are now using this diabetes medicine
That
for a weight
Ozempic.
loss.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
like,
They're
I used to
saying
give
that-
once a week to someone. You know what I mean? And I would have never thought.
Yeah, but the problem is they won't make more supply, so you can't raise the demand. The demand is for diabetics. You don't get to say, all right, now rich people are going to buy it to lose weight.
That's
Like-
just fucking ridiculous.
yeah, but now
to me.
it's to a point where it's touch and go for the diabetic patients.
That's what I'm
that need it.
saying. That's what I'm saying, because they're not up in the supply, but you're tripling the demand.
Oh,
Mm.
some backyard scientist will figure out a component to put
Yeah.
it together or some shit like that. Then we'll
You
have
know what this
another.
is the equivalent of to me? Those speckled Johns from back in the day.
Speckled
Our
eggs and
moms
shit.
would take. You know what I mean?
Fucking diet pills.
Yeah.
But that's a little different. They were
Those
like
were called
Well, of course, but
Dexatrim.
now
Those
it's
were called
promoted.
Yeah.
Dexatrim.
Yeah,
Dexatrim.
that stackers and fen and yeah.
They were called Dexatrim, and they would make you shaky as fuck. I remember.
Oh, you would crack hard from them.
Murs, I know that's right. Murs said rich people better go back to the Coke diet.
Oh my god. What do they call that rich man? I forget what they used to call it. What did we used
She
to
want a Diet Coke. She on that Coke diet. Miss Sharonda, you better watch yourself. She said I had a couple of drinks. Oh shit.
Oh,
It's
what
a
you been what
I
you
just
been
said
drinking?
that to my friend too, Miss Sharonda. I said, this is that way. He said, I don't know if I should go out for a couple of drinks. I said, look, I'm not a bar guy. I said, but this is bar weather. Like, if I was still in the city, yeah, my ass be down the Delaware River today. This that weather. You go down to like a waterfront bar and just fucking hang out for a few hours.
That's it, Frankie Booger Sugar.
When BBG is baby girl Wendy. Yeah,
no,
the problem is
BBG.
It's actually BGW, baby girl Wendy.
I'm telling you what Deuce's crazy ass meant by it.
Oh, I see where G'd Up said, yeah, if I'm a vegetable, just give me a half a pound of fentanyl and I'll see y'all later. Yeah, really. My brother's
that's-
like, just,
I'm
my
saying,
brother
like-
said, take me out in the woods and shoot me, man, because I don't want,
Yeah. No, Frankie's saying booger sugar. The sad part is no one's doing coke anymore. They're all doing fucking meth, and it kills
Yeah.
people fucking quick as shit. You could do
Man.
coke every day. You could do coke every day for a year,
Mhm.
and I don't think you would die. I mean, it depends.
You'll have
If
a
you
deviated septum.
you'll get fucked
Oh,
up.
yeah,
Your
you'll
heart will
be
start.
fucked
Yeah,
up.
you'll have heart palpitations. You'll be
But
fucked
if
up.
you're doing
But if you're doing meth, I've seen people do meth for a month and they look like they're dying.
You
I
can.
just-
I've never. Yeah, like that drug scared me.
It's
I
like
would
you see
never.
Instant.
effects
I
from
said
it,
that
and it's like,
instant. I
nah.
could tell when people do it that day. You're not still sniffing like coke. You're still sniffing.
Really?
Like I've
Mhm.
seen people where their face starts looking sunk in and gaunt like later that night. I'm like, are you high? You're fucked up. Your skin looks gray. It's all
Yeah.
bullshit. It's a drug made of bullshit. It's all chemicals and dumb shit. And
Ugh.
I couldn't eat. No,
Man, I saw.
it
I
was
just
never in
happened.
my area, so I never had. It was a biker drug. You never seen it.
Yeah.
In
You
my
heard
Kensington people smoke crack. They didn't do meth.
You only ever heard
yeah,
of it.
I never saw it. I didn't really ever see it either. So thank God.
Yeah, it's actually in Philly now. Though it was. I was starting to hear about it in Kensington, like right before
Oh,
we
Vic
moved. So
LFM's here.
you figure
LFM.
probably about 5 years ago.
Yeah, 'cause
LFM,
it
my
seems to
brother.
be fucking everywhere now.
Yeah, it does seem like it's, but I think it might just be our area too, because Pennsylvania, Central PA, I hear it's always had it. Poconos,
Yeah, but you
fucking
don't
Well,
even
if you
hear
think
about
about
that
how did they?
Harrisburg, anything in the Central, Poconos,
But you don't even
Harrisburg,
hear about that no
Pittsburgh.
more. You hear more about this shit.
I know, but how do you make meth? Is the thing. Like,
So
is it
it's all
easier? Is it
chemicals and
is it
Sudafed.
easier to make than the stuff that they're selling, supposedly heroin in Kensington that
Well,
has the
they're different. You
fentanyl
would
in
have
it,
to,
or they
you would,
put
you
fentanyl
would have to
in it?
compare it. You would have to compare it to like coke, powdered coke, because it's a upper. Meth's a super upper, and heroin, fentanyl is a super downer. So it's hard to compare the two. But if you think of like how coke is processed, they take the plant and smash it pretty much until they get it dried, and dry it till they get a powder. Meth is made with Sudafed and chemicals.
And they've already got a lockdown on that. I mean, do you
Yeah, you
remember when they
can't even buy it. You need
the
ID to buy Sudafed.
when the pharmacies were getting the Sudafed delivered and they used to have it out on the shelf? People were robbing the CVS
Oh yeah, I
and the
was gonna say.
Walgreens trucks.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking go out to look at like police records from like Arizona, New Mexico, shit like that in like the 90s. Motherfuckers were sticking up the truck that was delivering the Sudafed.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's crazy. I
Yeah.
remember one time.
See,
Yeah.
and that's in Breaking Bad. That's why Walter White was so successful, because he cut that out. He realized what it took to make it, and chemically made it. He
Yeah.
chemically made it. He didn't go buy Sudafed. He didn't have to do none of that. He did have to steal his, industrial sized chemicals and shit. But eventually, he even worked over that. Spoilers
See,
for
I
Breaking Bad.
haven't watched that. So, I
That's
mean,
a
that's
good show.
fine. I get
That's a good show.
That
Yeah, but-
actually leans into what we're talking about, because he becomes a drug kingpin because he gets a cancer diagnosis.
Yep.
And he thinks he's going to die, and he needs to leave his family money.
Oh, that's true.
He's a teacher. Yeah, he's a teacher.
He's a science teacher.
Frankie Blanco, appreciate you, bro, on the Cash App. You're the man.
Yeah,
Aw.
dude.
We don't-
have on Gus for
We don't even ask for them on this show, so I appreciate that, my brother. Yo, Frankie's a
Wow.
beast. Can we get Frank's link drop, babe?
Oh, sure.
What did
I
you
got it
say
in here.
about Gus?
He teared up.
When Gus died, you tear. I didn't tear up. That shit is
That was
crazy. I don't even want to
kick-ass.
spoil it for the people that might want to watch the show, but
Oh,
That's-
damn. Is that one of the characters or an actual
Yeah,
actor's
that's
name?
the guy on the show. Like he's.
Is that his author? Is that
He's the
his?
kingpin. We'll just say he's the kingpin at the and his
Is that his government
demise
name
is
though?
insane. Yeah, his death is like top 5 TV show deaths all time. It's crazy. You gotta see it.
Mhm.
I knew it was going to happen because I had been spoiled with YouTube clips, before I started watching the show all the way. And then even though that when we watched it, me and Kellz were still like, "Oh shit!" Like it's
It
very
blows you
suspenseful.
away when you
Top notch
it's
writing,
awesome.
top notch writing.
Yeah.
It's like serious, and I like shows that are funny and serious at the
It's
same
like
time.
that and Sopranos, shit like
Like
that.
for me, Breaking Bad, Barry, Dave on FX, all these shows can have you laughing at the funniest shit in the world 1 second, and then the next second, like pulling on your heartstrings.
I like those roller coasters too. Those
Yeah,
are
that's-
good shows.
I like Dave is one of the best ones. It's the rapper Little Dicky, and his hype man, Gator, the guy's name is. He did it last season, but he's bipolar. severe bipolar. He freaks out and things like that. And he like was talking about his real life, so it was easy from the act. He cried, and man, do I tell you that, like, that scene went viral last year.
Yeah.
Just him.
I haven't even watched that show. You said that's on FX.
Either FX or FXX. Yeah, Dave with Little Dicky. Great
I just
show.
want, you know what, you say, yeah, Frankie Blanco and that group of guys, I talk, and
Squatters.
all those guys, the squatters and all of them. There's some really good
Yep.
people. I'm
Hell yeah.
serious,
That's what-
man.
But that's what we got to do, right? We got to like. That's what everyone's like. Damn, Murph, they're doing this, doxing you. And I'm like, bro, I met way too many good people lately to even sweat the bad. Like, it used to be like, damn, we're meeting whole groups of bad people. When we had the fucking bad at wrestler and the fucking this teenager's cute guy, and you know, all them fucking weirdos. It was like, oh my god, because everything was still. But now it's like we're getting other people to come in that are really fucking cool and dope. So it's like, all right, what can you do? It's we're on the internet.
You
What can you
always
do?
get
You ain't gonna get away from it forever.
you always get a few lopsided apples in there.
No one, not everyone's gonna like it, and everyone's gonna have their day in the sun on fucking YouTube. Like everybody is gonna have the day where they're getting trolled, they're getting whatever. It's gonna happen.
I still
Especially
like,
around here a lot.
what was Frankie's first song? The one, Haters. I love that freaking song.
Oh, the first one we all start fucking with, yeah. Kenny was just playing that at the beginning of his show.
Yeah, I
Who's
love that.
peeking in my
In the
window? The whole fucking, our whole community loved that song. That's why
I
that shit was
know.
popular.
Yeah. G'd Up, and then I think, who was it? I think Richie was playing some of G'd Up's
Crunch
music.
Time.
Mhm.
Yeah, he was playing Crunch Time.
And
My
I
guy
like it.
Spection-
Huh?
No, Spection came in, Kellz. I'm waiting for the.
Oh,
comments.
okay.
My shit moves slow. Yo, ever since all the crazy shit, he been calling me Machine Gun Kenny.
He calls you that?
Yeah. Ever since,
Barn.
I think something crazy happened around a chat or something. I forget what it was exactly. But that's my guy.
Oh,
yeah, I went
hey,
up on
Barn.
the panel in King Trolls, and Spection had just had somebody like, I guess like, you know, he was just in it with somebody. So I came up and he's like, who, me? And I was like, I don't even know you, brother. No disrespect. He's like, oh, okay, my bad. We were cool ever since.
Oh, I remember you talking something about that.
Barncito, my brother, live from work.
He said,
Hey,
he was a
Barn.
gangster.
Huh?
The dude said you was a gangster. It was like, that's what.
Yeah.
Joshua
Oh,
Smith.
yeah. When what's his name? Rebel was saying I was a gangster.
Fake gangster. You and KT were
Gangster.
fake
What up, gangster? And that's what
Oh,
Spection
Honda
was like.
Mommy's
Machine
here.
Gun
Hey,
Kenny.
Honda.
IRU is
Ew.
in the building.
Joshua Smith. What's up, player?
Yo, what's your story? What's your story? Joshua Smith, how you been, brother? Good to
Hey,
see
Joshua.
you. Everybody, welcome into the party. There's hors d'oeuvres to the left. A big bucket of go fuck yourself to the right. Mhm.
You're-
Girl, do you ever pay attention?
No.
Pammy said, Honda's here. I said, Honda, IRU, salute. You go, Honda just came in.
You know
Yeah.
why? Because she's don't.
Actually,
You know
I
what?
just said Honda.
Kellz can be oblivious in the conversation. My children are now privy and they get it.
No.
we'll
You
be
know
sitting-
what?
Pammy, it'll be like this. I'll be like, yo, Pam, the one time, man, me and Kellz, we went to the Delaware River and we saw a guy jump off the bridge. Kelly would be like, yo, you know, that's like that time we saw that guy jump off the bridge. You're like, yeah, no shit. That's what the fuck we're talking about. He does that all the time.
Kellz, do you do that for real?
All
Yeah.
the time.
I do.
Like, Junior's even to the point where
I can't even lie and say I don't because my kids have
Yeah.
noticed that.
Junior's like, Mom, that's what we're talking about. They just start rolling.
I
That
can
is
usually tell,
hilarious.
like, because I don't hear what I hear that they're talking, but I don't hear what they're saying if I'm doing something else.
She has selective hearing.
Yep.
I can't hear a motherfucking
Exactly.
thing.
That's exactly
But I
what it
know
is.
it was a conversation between him and Tommy, but I don't know what either
See,
one
that's
of
what
them
people
said.
always say. Like, I don't know. Like, it's funny because it's like, as now that I've had kids for, yeah, at least we'll just say birth to 18, you know. So when we say life, I mean up to 18. Like, if you ask me what times were easier, I'd say now. and infant. As that's so crazy too, because everyone thinks infant's the hardest because of the crying and the getting up, but it's
yeah,
like
but it's not.
it's a
really.
lot fucking easier than when they're 3 and having
And they get
explosive
so
diarrhea,
good.
ripened cheese curls on the curtains, crayons. Fuck that. Give me an infant that goes, "Wah," and I'm like, oh, I know what's wrong. You pooped.
And
Oh,
it's
you're
not like
hungry.
they won't cry.
Hey,
You don't want
Taste.
them to cry.
Taste.
I like
Brooklyn.
when a baby's an infant, you pick it up and smell its head. Smells
Taste came in.
That is not why
Taste
we have
out.
children, babe.
Listen, we all have kids just to smell them because the baby smell is amazing.
Oh my God, I love the
Taste.
baby smell.
Taste Brooklyn is in the building. Salute everybody. Yeah, come on. There's nothing like that. It's like clean. It's like fresh. It's like not tainted yet by the evils of the world.
And when they're like
Yeah,
when they're in
that's
middle
what
school, when they're in middle school and high school, you don't know where the hell they are half the time. You're worrying.
That's what I'm
like,
saying. It has its pros and cons. It has
Oh yeah.
I've always said that about having kids. If you wait or if you don't, I don't think either's wrong. I like the amount that we took because now we're 40 and our kids are grown. Like
and
if
I've
we waited
always,
to 30,
right.
if we waited to 30, we'd have 10 more years.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So it's like my brother though was a grandfather at 36. Like I'm not sure I wanted that route. Thankfully I'm already past that, but it's like he was 16 and his daughter was 16. So he's like 34 and he was a grandfather.
I mean, ideally you want to be done having your kids by the age 30.
See, but nowadays that's different though, Pammy. Nowadays people don't start till they're 30.
Yeah.
But I mean, ideally that's what you want to do because
You'll be financially ready for a child.
Well, not
That's what it is. It's like we can have them young, and
hey, Barn, how you doing tonight, hon?
There's a whole list of shit that comes with having them young. You're both immature still. The fights, like me and Kellz don't fight nowhere near as like when they were little. When they're little, you fight over every minute of free time. I was in bands. I rapped. So when I went to do that, she would feel some type of way naturally. Like, wait, what do you mean you get a fucking go hang out?
I went through the same thing.
Jam, and I'm home with
and
kids.
I'm sitting here with the kids like
now that was her at 20, but you get Kellz. If we had a baby now, she'd be like, go out, go have fun. See ya. I got the baby.
I'd probably be yelling at them to get out.
Things change over time. That's why it's also easier. The
They
kids,
used to say that. I'm like,
people will be like, yo, I'll get on a panel. They're like, what are you up to? I'm like, absolutely nothing. She's working. Kids are out doing their own thing or working. This is cool. I
can remember when the kids were little and they'd see me get my purse, they would want to go to the grocery store or wherever with me, and I'd like go, oh my God, no, I don't really want to take them, but come on.
Mm-hmm.
Then they hit an age where I'd be getting my keys together to go somewhere, and I'm like, does anybody want to go with me? And they're like, no, and you're like,
and then they're like, come on, let's go shopping. Yeah, it changes. It's phases.
It's different,
but,
different phases.
Sometimes you got to take a step out of your shoes, I think, right? And like look at yourself and say, what would 10-year-old me think of me? Like what 10-year-old's dreams, 10-year-old Pammy, Kellz, Murph, Honda, Wendy, Barn, Quinn, LFM, like what was 10-year-old think of? And I'm like, I think 10-year-olds, obviously we'd have to explain a lot to because we're still not perfect. Like even my 10-year-old can't be like sidestepped there and there. Yeah. But other than that, it's like
because 10-year-old you doesn't
really
perfect. Have that
thinks
much
you're
of a
going to be
filter.
perfect. You're going to be a perfect adult. When you're 10, you think you'll be a perfect adult. Like your parents are perfect, but then you find out they're not.
Yes, but they're also going to be very.
Someone's behind that curtain. But like when I think of that, it's like I look at it now and it's like I'm married with 2 kids that all 4 of us love each other to death. I still have both my parents. I love them both to death. I have my brothers and sisters still. I'm still close with all my siblings, same as I was. Let's say 12-year-old Murph. So Shannon's born. So I still have all of them in my life. Now they're having kids where I'm getting to have the experience of great uncle. Like my little sister's on her 3rd kid. You know what I mean? My baby sister is about to have her 3rd kid. Like, wow. Yeah. You know what I mean? So it's like you get all that. My kids are growing and hitting fucking milestones, graduating high school, getting jobs, talking about what they want to do for, careers. And Kellz is doing a career. I'm, floating between my career right now because it's fucking
Well, the
get my
bottom line,
bearings
the
in a
bottom
new
line
area.
is, if you wait till you can afford to have them, that time can never come.
It can never
Or you know
come.
what I'm saying? Yeah,
Or it
that's what
will
I'm
never
saying.
come because you're never going to be happy
You're
with
too
what you
busy
got.
trying to, yeah.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's just the way it happens. You know, you figure a way. You figure a way.
Yep. That's a fact. Is Vic LFM not wrenched?
No, Quinn isn't,
I got a wrench Quinn. I don't.
but
I
Vic
thought
is.
I could have sworn Quinn had it.
Vic
I
LFM,
finally fucking
is
got
Vic
into it the
gonna
other day and I lost it again.
is Vic
No,
gonna
I
start
just seen
doing
Honda drop his
content?
link, so I was wondering if he didn't have one.
He asked Honda to drop his link, but I'm wondering if he's gonna start doing content.
Yeah.
No, he just
Okay.
likes his link drop. He's a good
Okay.
guy. Nah, I love Vic LFM. I love that guy.
I love him too. No, I
It's
know.
always that.
That's what I said. Like even King Troll had the topic like I believe it might have been on the Beast channel, so pardon my French on that. But it was like, can you be real friends with people you never met or people online? And I'm like, look,
I
I
think I
understand.
missed that one.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, I was telling you. I'm like, listen, I think in his experience, I do understand it. Like he
Right,
has the people on YouTube he knows in real life.
right,
Like Light is his friend because he knows Light in real life.
Mhm.
right.
It's like Eric on my end. It's like, no, this is my best friend on here. Like, even if he's online. But
Mhm.
it's like when I said that KT, I'm like, when I'm talking about like Vic LFM, Pam, fucking Tantan JMS, Barn, Quinn, like I genuinely care about these people. So that would be a friend.
Mhm.
An associate, you
I would
care
have
about
to
their
agree with that.
well-being. That's
I would
about
have
it.
to agree with that too. Yeah.
Like, I genuinely care about everyone's well-being, but I got the expression I use is I got love for, and that fucking, but like I even spoke with KT today and I was explaining how like after what happened back in, some people fell off or whatever have you, some came back.
But you don't wish them like
on anybody, of
yeah,
course.
right.
Never. It's,
I think anybody that I'm close to that I consider a friend, I would say if we lived in the same town, would I be friends with them and
yeah,
like go to
yeah,
their house? Yeah,
yeah,
you and Kellz,
yeah.
Vic LFM. I mean, most of the people I
That's
deal
kind of how
with.
I am too. It's like most of the people that rock out with us, that's kind of what it is.
If
It's like
if we lived close and we're in the same
yeah,
town, could I call them up and say, "Hey, you want to go have a drink? Do you
yeah.
want to go eat dinner? Do you want to do this?" And if you
I
can,
met Barn. I met Barn. I fucking Tommy, Che, fucking Quinn, they all met. So it's like people do meet each other, you know what I mean? So it is kind of cool how you get that. But it's like,
yeah, if I
even
ever
for me,
went,
what I was saying is the people that
yeah,
rode for me through all that, why wouldn't I have major love for them? If some left, and so if some people stuck by me, of course you're going to have fucking major, that's going to be your friend. I call you my sister.
right. Well, and the thing about it, if I went to upstate New York to go to Niagara Falls or something like that, or visit family or whatever, and I was close to Rich and Ivy's house or
Exactly.
whatever, I would say, "Hey, meet
That's
me at the
exactly
such
the
and such."
metaphor.
You know what I'm saying?
Would you
Like,
drive by their house or are you stopping? To me, that's what determines a YouTube friend.
yeah.
Like, what determines a
And
friend?
I would consider KT a YouTube friend. If I was in New
Mhm.
York, I would call. I mean, I don't
Yep.
know if he would do it or not, but I would say, "Hey,
Just
I'm
letting
in
you know I'm going to be in
Manhattan.
New York
Yeah,
if you want to hang out. Yep.
I'm in Manhattan and Times Square seeing the sights. If you
Yep.
want to come, or whatever.
But that's what I'm saying. It's like if we were going to LA, if me, you, and Kellz were going to LA and we didn't let Deuce know, you know what I mean? It's like, no, Deuce is someone we would reach out to, like, hey, but we're going to be in LA. Why don't you meet us at LAX? We don't really know our way around.
Right.
Same, shit like that. You're going to reach it. That's how I look at it. So it's like, am I driving by your house or am I calling you? Like, and that's how I look at people different. The people I fuck with, yeah.
Or even if you're not even making a special trip to see them, you may have family that's close in their area, and you might say, "Oh, I got a
Look at
friend."
Barn, everybody. Barn's doxing me. He said he knows Batman. Why are you telling everybody I'm fucking Batman, dog?
What the fuck?
Chill.
If I were like in
Vengeance.
where is Cheat Up? Is Cheat Up in Brooklyn or whatever? If I'd be like, "Oh, I'm going to see Aunt Ann in Brooklyn. Oh, I know a friend. I have a YouTube friend
Yep.
here."
Yep.
Maybe
And
I'd
that's
say,
how
"Hey, let's meet up and
That's how
have
G
something
met
to
up with
eat."
Frank. That's how
Right.
G met up with Frank and Boost Lady was her name, right?
Oh yeah, whatever happened to Boost Lady? I don't ever see her Franks
As
anymore.
as Aaron Lewis of Stained once said, "It's been a while. It's been a while."
Oh my gosh, that's so funny.
I am
That's
the
so
dark
funny.
knight.
But yeah, I mean, I would so like visit people
That's
if I
what I.
was
That's how I
close.
look at it. It's like if I'm not close with somebody, then I'm like, would I stop?
And the
And
thing about
if
it
I was
is,
in their neck of the woods and I knew it, would I stop by? It's like, nah, probably not. Then they're just an associate.
right, and you don't even really, even if people are like freaked out by like people coming to their house, you could just say, "Hey, man, meet me at the TGI Fridays on Route 5. Hey, I'm in town."
Yep. Yep.
You don't have to necessarily go to their house.
Mhm.
So I think that's pretty fun.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think it's like you'd be ignorant not to. I think though too. It's like you came to my own town where you specifically know because we're friends. Went downtown, had a great time, and like meanwhile I'm 8 miles away,
I know.
clueless. Like, that's weird, you know.
Hey, Nat, baby.
Natty, Nat is a day one from day one.
I love her.
Oh, and that's the best.
Everybody in the chat. We've got some good people. I mean, we hit some hiccups and bumps along the road,
Always.
but
What can you do? We're trying to fucking merge. You know, how many people? 100, 2?
and Sharonda, you've been coming to a lot of the lives. I welcome you to the community. You fit in really. You fit in
Yep.
great. You
I
seem to be
agree.
a great person.
I agree.
We welcome you, and we're glad you're here.
I told her the other day she could call me Murph. I was like, that's when you know I do fuck with somebody. Like you don't have to call me Kenzo. You could call me Murph. You know what I mean? It's like
Yeah.
other people, I appreciate them doing it because they're doing it out of respect. Some people, they're like, all right, I've seen other people call him Murph, but he didn't tell me to call him that. He introduced himself as Kenzo. So,
Right.
guys, we are going to take our little halfway mark break real quick. It's only like 2 or 3 minutes. Give me a chance to refresh and play a song here. Make sure you guys are hitting that like button. We got Pamela J up here with us. We got the ever sexy Queen Kellz to my right. Hope you
Sexy
guys are having a good
baby.
time. We're an hour
Sexy
in. We got
mama.
another hour. So we're going to play some code word accepted. Pammy, you can hang up here while I refresh. It's going to take me off and I'll have to jump back up. But
All right, honey. We'll do.
code word accepted. Hey.
I like that one.
Yo, can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Yo. My bad. Is it playing?
Yo.
Yeah, my bad. I'm trying to stop it. My bad, y'all. What's
What
going on in
up,
the background?
Pam?
Hey, hon, how are you?
How you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you doing? You at work, it looks like, huh?
Yeah, I feel like I owe you and you only an apology for the other day.
What? Well, me?
Fuck you, dude.
Well, I
Why
appreciate.
only her? What about me?
No, I'm talking about the, you know,
I appreciate that. Let's just leave it at that.
yeah, yeah.
I appreciate that.
Yo,
That
no,
that
I'm
speaks
hearing me.
volumes. I just, hopefully things can get worked out. You know what I mean?
Big ass head.
What up, boy? What's up with you?
What's up with you, boy?
I'm ready for football season. I'm waiting to get picked up, man. I'm out here in the middle of fucking Burger King.
What?
Yeah,
Oh, what are you on your way in or on your way home?
I'm on my way home. I'm waiting on heaven to come pick me up.
Deuce, it's a beard and a mask.
Look
Uh-huh.
at you.
I mean,
It's
I
a
want to
beard.
apologize for Barnes' face, Quinn.
My face though, man. All right.
Kenzo's. That's my boy right there.
Yo, what's up with the queen? Where's she at?
She right here.
What up,
What's
queen?
up?
He said, I
Yo,
want to
queen.
apologize for Barnes' face.
Yo, the queen is a fucking soul.
She's
She
eating
don't
ice
give a
cream.
fuck. She be rocking out.
Yeah, she's eating ice cream.
Yeah,
She's always eating ice cream. Is it strawberry shortcake?
No, it's just cheesecake.
All right, I gotta go.
All right, bro. Be safe. Get home safe.
All
Just
right.
wanted to come up and
Have
say
a
what
good
up,
shift.
man.
Nah, no doubt. Apology accepted.
Yeah, apology accepted there, buddy. Just make sure you want, just there's a time and a place for everything, man. Don't,
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'll just.
What's this story TV, ladies and gentlemen? Yo, Nat, our schedule has changed. Kellz will be on every Convos now. She's done at 3 p.m. So
Yes,
it's
she
hard.
is. I know that's got to be so weird.
We're still we won't be used to it till next week because of the weekend. But
And I only have off on Sunday right now.
yeah.
So when you come home, like, well, it's only been a couple days. Let's talk next
So yeah, I mean,
time.
she gets 4 hours. Even when Cooking with Kellz comes back, she gets 4 hours before. It's like she's home 4 hours before, except for her meeting week. And then
I'm
you're home
talking
then you're home 2 hours before instead.
Oh my
So, yeah,
God.
she's
Barn
available
has
for
that.
everything.
Ducey says that Barn has, I miss the bus face.
That reminds me. Remember that old man back in the day?
Ducey's
Me, you, and
been
your
saying
cousin?
some pretty funny shit, man, in this live. Sometimes
Man, back in the day, right, where you going? We were like 18, 19. We're walking up the streets, me, Kellz, and her cousin, Chuck's daughter, right? Chuck's daughter, Nicole. We're walking up the street, and we see the bus stop's like a half a block away from us, the 5 bus. You see this old man waiting on the corner. You hear the bus come fly. It flies right by him. Doesn't even fucking stop at the light. Goes right.
She didn't even attempt.
This old man like slowly turns. The way he turned, look, he was like, yes.
Wait a minute, wait.
I was like, damn, what the fuck?
You bastard! That's exactly how he did it. Oh my God. The way he fucking, we were like, don't laugh. He was like, you bastard!
I was trying not to because I was fucked up.
I felt bad because it was an old man. If it was a younger person, I'd have been dying.
I was laughing at so many inappropriate TikToks today because I was such in a pissy mood from work that my side was killing me. Oh my God. People will do some of the craziest shit. And
Whoop. You there? What happened? Hello.
You-
Yep. I
Mhm.
think you're back.
Okay, sorry. Yeah, no, I
There you
hit
go.
my phone by mistake. People
Okay.
do some of the craziest shit, but you know what? I'm certain a lot of them are, you can tell, are staged. A
Yeah,
lot
I
of them are
hate that shit.
staged.
It'll be like, watch me smack this girl's ass, and they'll be like, the smack will be like slow. I'll be like,
Mhm.
I don't want to see you pranking if it's staged.
I
Gangster
know,
pulls
right?
his gun on me, and at the end, the thumbnail's him and the gangster smiling and waving. Like, yeah, he really wanted to kill you, you fucking idiot.
There was one where
Gangster
this
pulled his
new
gun on me in the middle of Harlem. The
there was
gangster's like leaning in with a turtleneck on. Fuck out of here. Your gangster
there
got
was
on a turtleneck. I don't think he's a gangster.
there was one where they were
In the
interviewing
gangster handle.
this Indian guy, and I guess it was about a homeless encampment that was near his store, and they blurred his face out, and the guy was playing like some type of like Indian Arab music or some shit to like try to get him to leave or some shit. You know how they do it, the Walgreens
Yeah.
does in Kensington. So the reporter was all serious and saying like, what do you think of this? What's going on? And how's this? You know, whatever. And he's like, they're motherfuckers. I mean, he just started.
I
And it
love
was
when
like,
people do shit like that on the news. You ever see the fucker right in the pussy guy? They got him like 4 different times. People are like, stop going up to this guy.
and
Even
then
the clip I got, that's what that is. Somebody, the hold up, wait a second, he's a comedian. This one.
Said,
He's
hold
on Good
up,
Morning
wait
America.
a minute, something ain't right.
But the thing about it is like you could tell it was real because the reporter's face was like, oh my God. I mean, I could tell it was real. Are you there?
Oh, come on.
What? Are you
Sorry,
there?
my phone was being slow.
Oh, good Lord.
Ah, dog run.
I know. He barks at every fucking thing in
Chill, B,
that.
chill. Chill, B. Here, dog. Here.
I know.
Old head. I want to put a over under on old head, ladies and gentlemen.
What are you talking about?
Over. I'm gonna give you the bet, and y'all have to say over or under. Deucey, you can't give us the answer right away. All right.
Okay. All right.
The line is Deuce has been chased by 3 dogs in his life. Do you think it's over or under?
I think over.
I think it's over by a lot. Like
I was gonna say over.
Deuce, I could just imagine Deuce is I imagine everybody's like a Friday movie who lives in California. Deuce is just walking down the street and a dog starts chasing. It's part of his daily routine.
Oh my
Just said
God, that's
over.
so funny.
And no,
You know-
Old Head's my guy, man. I love Old Head to
Even
death.
that said over.
If
Yeah, everyone's saying over like it's part of Old Head's daily routine. We already know it.
Well, I think when he was over in the Philippines, he was over there. He
said
had dogs
3
all
is the
around
second
him.
focus. All right, Deuce, how many was it?
What's the answer, Old Head? How many dogs have
Even
you?
Thursday said
I'm
over.
trying to think. I'm trying to think of me now. How many times?
Yeah,
have I
we're
been
ready
chased?
for the answer. We're ready for
I
it.
think my answer is 3. I think my answer is 3.
3.
3.
I was right. That was a guess.
He said 3.
Google Murph.
No.
Google Murph.
He said
Wasn't
over.
that kind of guess. It was psychic Murph.
Psychic.
No, I said the line was 3. I'm a psychic.
Oh, God.
Do not
Chuck-
deny my skills. I'm a psychic. Yo,
You want
imagine
the
you called the fucking psychic
gonna drink
and they
it?
had a list.
Yeah.
It's cookies and cream. I don't want the rest of it.
Uncle
Thank you.
Chuck said 5.
I want some
Probably
cookies
what
and
it really
cream.
is, Uncle Chuck.
My daughter
I
just
like
came in
cookies
and
and
said,
cream.
"Do you want this cookies and cream milkshake from Fit Chick-fil-A?" I'm like, "Yeah."
What?
Girl,
Part of my
got any
French.
more, kid?
Part of my French, but I talk like a sailor. Is a pig's pussy pork?
Exactly, right? I'm like, she's like, are you going to drink it for real or throw it away? I'm like, what kind of fucking
No,
question is
I'm
that?
agree.
O had said 3, and you would have ran 2. I love it. Oh, God.
Pool, they chase you
I
just
love
like
'em.
bears.
Those are
Look
those
what-
South Central crack
I
hounds
know
he's
that I
running.
was going to say, look what G'd up put.
G ain't lying. Back in the 80s and 90s, shit, I imagine a dog getting into a stash. He's running for his life because the owner's like, oh, you're shitting that out. Get back here.
Remember when Sophie did the pig?
Oh, ate the bundle of weed.
She tried.
Tried.
What?
My cousin had a pig, and we're at a fucking barbecue. And they tried throwing me in the pool a little bit before, and I did some, like, magic.
Acrobatic.
Like some
jump out.
magic, really. Like, I didn't get wet. I went in the pool, but I didn't get wet. Like, I kind of grabbed the ladder as I was falling, pulled myself to the ladder. The only thing that got wet was my feet. My pants.
Oh,
I had my
wow.
cigarettes. I had my cigarettes, my wallet, my phone, and
Yeah, reflexes like a cat.
like $300 in my pocket. Everything would have been destroyed. I'm like, why would you do that? You would have ruined everything I have. Thank God I grabbed it. The instinct told me to grab because I knew that shit was on me. So I took everything out of my pockets in case it happened. Like my cousins tried to throw me again or whatever.
Oh, God.
So, because I threw my niece and she wound up biting her lip. So they act like I was fucking picking on her or something. Like she was laughing for a half hour. One bad move and now I did it on purpose, you know? So I put all my shit in Kell's pocketbook, including the like ounce of weed I had at the time. The fucking pig goes in the pocketbook. We're like, what's that pig doing? It was trying to get into the weed.
I'm just envisioning it.
chewing on
It's funny
it.
as shit.
Just cutting through.
Crazy.
I'm thinking of a time when we went to one of my company's cookouts. I mean, our company picnic, and we had it at
If I
one of
seen
our.
a Doberman in South Central, I would assume it was Snoop Dogg. Go ahead,
We
Pam.
had it at one of our guys' houses because he has a mansion with an in-ground pool and shit, right? So I had little Mike was only like 3 or 4 years old, and one of the dickheads I work with like rich dudes was in the middle of like the 3 feet just wading around, and little Mike took a plastic, one of those plastic sand buckets that you take to the beach.
Yeah.
He flung it and it hit him right upside.
Oh shit.
And the guy was like, he was like, oh my God. Then he had the nerve to turn to me and say, you'll hear from my attorney on Monday.
Whoa. I had a pool hijink like that. I felt bad, but you ever see the end of Friday the 13th, like where Jason jumps out and pulls the girl in the lake at the end?
Yes.
Remember his mom's the killer in the first one and he jumps at it. So I was underwater and I went to jump out the water like a horror movie,
Right.
But when I came out, my hand hit my friend's wife. Now it's his wife, but was his girlfriend then. We were young. Hit her right, my hand, like backhand, hit her right on the nose. She started crying. I was like, oh my God, I felt so good. I was like, you ruined my son. It was Lena. Nicest girl ever. I felt so bad.
At the same cookout, little Mike, there was one of my coworkers. She brought her son. He was about the same age, and he was standing at the edge of the 12-foot, like the 12-foot side. My son walks by. His badass pushes him in. So everybody's like, Pam's son pushed him, and everybody's like jumping.
Get him.
I know, they're like,
you better beat his ass.
and then bring it up. They're like, oh my God. And I'm like, we have to leave now.
People talking about lawyers and screaming, they would have never fit in at my fucking family's parties. Motherfuckers were breaking people. My cousin broke my arm.
Up just for saying it.
My cousin was fucking with me, took my feet out with like a little baby toy stroller.
No,
I fell on my shoulder and broke my collarbone. I was like 5.
The guy was he was only
Yeah.
kidding. I mean, I've worked with him for 30 years now. So it's like,
Oh, okay.
like
I could
he's known
imagine.
me since
Listen.
I was like I was 18, since I was 18.
Well, you didn't
so
tell us it was a joke.
Yeah,
man.
I could imagine somebody like, really, you're going to hear from my attorney.
no, he till this day, he says to me, my attorney, it's an ongoing joke. He says to me,
Oh, yeah, that's how I am.
my
I'd have been like,
my
so I checked
attorney
the statute of limitations.
he's like, has my attorney contacted you yet? And I'm like, you're not getting
What
jack
the hell
shit
is
from
that guy slacking? He's
I
slacking
know.
that
I
lawyer.
and I process this stuff, so I'm like, yeah, that bucket against the head really fucked your brain up. I got to deal with
Yeah.
your dumb ass.
Yeah, it made you stay here. Made you think I liked you. See, that was always my problem. I got real cool. I got cool with my bosses, like other than them being my bosses and shit. And it ended badly a few times. But you live and you learn.
You live
Wasn't
and you
all
learn.
nothing.
I mean, some people are all business.
I was
They won't.
19 managing a warehouse of fucking 7 guys, 7 guys. You know what I mean? So it was like, I didn't know shit. I was learning how to ride the forklift, how to fucking everything on the spot. But it was
My
fun.
Mike was in
enjoyed it.
where my Mike worked for a big ass warehouse that like delivered food and stuff, like restaurant food to like
It's a
DC
shame
and
that
all the
industry
restaurant.
died. Like it's a lot smaller. It's a lot smaller than it even was when I did it.
Is it one
That's
of
why I
the
got into
bigger
food.
companies like Cisco and
Yeah. I mean, you
US
could get. There's still the conglomerates and shit, but Kraft, Cisco, like you could get jobs with them. But like if you're
Do you
talking
guys
like,
have U.S. foods? Do you guys have U.S. food there?
I don't think so. We do have like it's very small, but it's kind of what I'm talking about. Where you used to be able to go, stores could order bulk shit from. Do you know what I mean? Like surplus stores. That's kind of what I used to do. We sold dollar store food. So every dollar store in like North Philly would send their orders to us for like their 2 liters, their candy, every little,
So you were like a distributor.
all the food that you would see in a dollar store. We were the distributor. Exactly. So all we did all day was like unload trucks, load trucks, fill orders. If you could do that every day and it was reliable work, and like if you started doing that in the 60s, you made great money and you had a good life.
I'm going to tell you
Because
what,
it
Mike
was
did
good.
it. Mike did it,
Yeah.
and he was a picker, and
Mhm.
then he got promoted to middle management. And then when the industry started tanking, he got laid off in 2009.
Yeah.
But he was making really good money, and he was
Oh,
on that
that's what I'm
one.
saying. It could have if it could have lasted forever. That's what I'm saying. If someone started in the 60s, probably retired in, let's say, 95, 97, they got to enjoy a good life off of working in a warehouse. By the end, they were probably making fucking $25 an hour. When
Yeah,
that
there's
would
no shame.
compared
There's,
today would be like $40 an hour.
there's no shame in that. The benefits are good, and I can
Nowadays,
remember.
people shame every job. People
I
shame
know.
every. They
I hate
shame
that
you.
shit.
How are you going to shame somebody for working at McDonald's or Wawa when they got health and you don't?
That's
They got health coverage and you don't. Your ass on welfare criticizing someone who works at McDonald's. Like, get out of here.
Yeah, exactly.
People criticize. Everybody's supposed to be rich. Everybody's supposed to be something exciting, and it's all bullshit. We all work monotonous bullshit jobs.
Mhm.
I've worked exciting jobs. I've worked boring jobs. It is what it is.
Most people work their jobs to pay the bills anyway, unless
That's
you're
exactly.
fortunate enough to be able to do something that
Not
you
many
really
people
love.
get to do what they want to do.
Yeah.
Always remember that. Some people just fucking suck it up. Pause.
You know what I mean? You
Accept
just
it for what it is. You wanted to be a movie star. Well, you couldn't get casted, but your mom can get you in as a secretary working for the government, working at this place that's going to be around forever, and Merrill Lynch and shit like that. You got to, everyone's had to do that except real life.
I've worked with some assholes, and I've worked with some people that I'm still friends with that I consider family till this day. So you work to pay the bills and just make the best of it.
You think I didn't want to? As a 17-year-old, I'm fucking working at Dunkin' Donuts. I'm making $100 a night in tips. So I'm getting this little $200 check on Fridays, but I just made $500 all week long. I'm 17. I don't pay rent.
Right.
It takes me like 1 or 2 bags of Reggie to be stoned at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You think I couldn't want to live that life forever? I was in a band. Do you know what I mean? It's like, but it wasn't sustainable. It's like, all right, then I met Kellz, and then we start having kids, and you got to start focusing on life. I'm not going to fucking be in the band and work a dumb bullshit job. I got to start getting, I got my first warehouse job or my dishwasher job, which led to prep and then line cook and all that shit. You got to work your way up. Ain't no
You got to
industry
work
letting
your
you
way.
in.
Exactly. You have to work your way up, and a person will do what they have to do to take care of their family. That's the bottom line, man.
People say that. I'd seen a question, and I want to propose this to everybody here. Would you, be an apprentice? Not an apprentice. Would you take an internship? A free, unpaid?
Unpaid.
Most
I-
people answer no because we're all
I couldn't
fucking
afford
broke.
it. I can't
I
afford it.
couldn't
but
afford it. Yeah, but on the same token, you got to remember, like, no industry lets you in. None. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Think about that. If you were, you could be a line cook at a fucking the best restaurant in Iowa.
Mhm.
Move your ass to New York City, and they're like, all right, we're not hiring for for chef. You want to be a fucking salad? You want to be on the salads? You want to be a sous chef? You want to do prep? How many people have stories have you heard? It's like a cab driver in New York City from Armenia, and he was a scientist there, or India, for example. Oh, I was a nuclear physicist in India. I'm a cab driver in New York, because you have to fucking suck it up. You have to do what you got to do to survive.
I think I saw a TED talk or something, and this one it was a bunch of business owners, and this one business owner came to the front of the line. They had a microphone where they can ask like the person questions, and the guy was a business owner, and he said, he's like, none of my employees want to work. He's like, how do I get them to work? And he was like, well, how hard do you work? And he's like,
Yep.
and the guy was telling him, you cannot expect the people that work for you to work harder than you would not be willing to work
I've
yourself.
had to say this to bosses before. I'm like, dude, most people want to eat and skate. Do you understand what that means? Work your 8 hours and leave. I don't want to worry about anything after. Like, I had to tell my boss that in that warehouse, it was fucked up from jump. One, I found out he had a Percocet addiction, which he had to go to rehab, and his mom had to come from fucking Malta, which is an island off of Sicily, you know. So it's like she had to fly over. We used to call her the Gestapo, because this little fucking Italian lady was. I quit when she was taking over, because I got a better offer. I got a better offer, and it was only 50 cents an hour more. And I'm like, you know what? I can't be loyal because of this lady. Everybody who I liked there was quitting because of her. I'm like, I gotta go. And I just went to a better place.
And I think this guy was a restaurant owner, and he was like, they don't want to do the work. They don't want to stay extra time. And they're like, you're the owner, and you can't expect people to put in the same amount of time. That's where you're letting yourself down. It's not them. It's you.
Yep.
Your expectation is too high.
Yep. Can't set them, or they have to be realistic. I told listen, one of the last warehouses I worked, we sold sports memorabilia. I was getting raises every fucking 3 months of 50 cents. Because when I started, he was like, we've had a lot of fucked up people here that say they can do this and can't. I'm going to put you on a 3-month trial. He's like, I start people at $11 an hour. I'm like, I can't. I said, I have other offers. He was like, but your resume, he's like, this interview went really good. I really want to hire you. Where can we meet? I said, 13. He's like, I said, but we got this 3 months, bro. Like, if I'm doing my shit, I'd like, because it was only 2 girls he had working there. It was 2 females. You know what I mean? It was like, you needed someone that could pull pallets and a little easier and shit. So I knew I was going to be in for it with a lot of work.
Right.
But I was getting raises left and right. But with the fidget spinner craze, he was on top of it in the beginning. And I was telling him, I was driving. That's why I say I knew, like, out by the Meadowlands, Passaic, New Jersey. I know that area because I was driving out there to get these pallets of fidget spinners. And I was telling him, the way you're doing it right now is perfect. You're getting 7 pallets of fucking of these. We're filling 7 pallet orders, and they're gone the same day. All we got to do is hang an extra hour after work, get rid of the pallets. Stay on this, stay on this. So I seen the fidget spinner craze was dying. I'm like, he's like, oh, I'm getting a huge order of Eagles ones and this. And I'm like, bro, don't buy a lot. The trend's dying. He's like, nah, these ones are cool. But I'm like, bro, the trend's dying. Just trust me. He bought a whole bunch of them. I bitched and bitched and bitched. I got an offer for a better job. I said, I'm not being part of this no more. I gotta leave.
Yeah. You gotta. Yeah, you have to negotiate your work.
He went under 2 years later anyway, because everybody went under. But
yeah, I mean, it's hard.
Amazon.
I mean, it's hard. You
Amazon, you can't compete with Amazon.
Yeah, man.
Nowadays, if you have a storefront, you have to be a specialty store. You have to.
Yeah, man.
Like, do you know how you can make money in a small town like in central PA or in Central Virginia, Central Florida, Central Texas, wherever you may
Have
if there's
you have a convenience store.
yeah, but you right next to that you want to have a place that has a barber shop that plays modern music, and kids could even get things airbrushed there or buy some fucking local designer's clothes. You have to do all that in the same place, and no one does that. They open a barber shop, and it's like, how about you go get someone else from your local area? Now they're helping you with the rent, so it's less burden there, and you're adding more to your business. Now when I come in to get my haircut on fucking Saturday morning, oh, I want to go to a graduation. Oh, my homie passed. I could get that airbrush shirt.
I'm going to tell you what, the chick that
I could
does
buy the local music.
the chick that does my hair, the place where she rents her, it's a one-person
GMA.
salon. Hey, GMA.
Mhm.
It's a one-person, like, it used to be an insurance office in a strip mall, okay?
Yeah.
They
yeah.
broke it into individual doored frosted glass offices that you could
Mhm.
buy per your size, okay? You go in here, she had just moved in here since the last time I had my hair done was the first time I've seen her in this particular place. You walk
Yep.
in, there's a barber shop there. You walk in, there's a massage person. You walk in, there's somebody
Right.
doing nails. And
Yep.
this person broke this space down into X amount of offices and is renting them out for, I didn't ask Jade how much she was paying, but I can
Mhm.
only imagine how much money this person is making. But the people that are utilizing the space are getting a damn good deal because they have
Yeah,
a
exactly.
private
Because
suite.
it's smaller and exactly it's broken down and
They have
Mhm.
a private suite, and the hallways are nice, carpeted with plants and stuff. So
Yeah.
when you go, I mean, it's really nice.
people don't realize that that stuff means something. Like
Mhm.
that the ambiance,
You
so to
feel
speak.
comfortable, yeah.
Like if you're in Philly, for example, and you're in Kensington, you can go right there on Kensington Ave to the quote Chinos, get a little $7 haircut, $3 beard, $10.
Faye is here. Faye. Lucifago.
Lucifago in the building. Salute Faye. Good evening.
Hey, Faye.
Salute GMA. Great to see you.
GMA.
What's it called? What the hell was I saying? Oh yeah, so there's this place in Fishtown in Philly, right?
Mhm.
Not far away. It's like a middle of high class neighborhood, not far from
On the
Kensington.
map, it's New Kensington.
Yeah. But there's this barbershop. It's right next to the police station, which is even crazier. But this barbershop, you walk in, he's got 3 chairs, right? He's got, if you're waiting, he's got a basket with candy and chips, free. If you got to wait and you got your kids, go to the back room, PlayStation, Xbox, all that just set up. I go in there to get my haircut. People are just hanging out. Like Eric Kingsman, my boy, used to be like, yo, let's go get our haircut.
Yeah.
And it's like, you don't always want to pay that $25. I don't even need a haircut yet. I go get a $3 shape up and be fine.
Mhm.
But it was like, you wanted to go there. You could $30, you get the towel, the hot towel. Like, you got to go to
yes.
people nowadays who understand specialty and
Excuse
understand
me.
that people want specialty will pay for it. Like I always said, America needs to do that. Build American and press. Hey, the price is going to be a little higher because it's built American. People will pay it. People pay for dumb shit. They'll pay for something they can rely on.
There's
But things aren't built.
in
Things
my
are built
town.
today.
In my town, in we call it up in Old Town. They have a man. These guys, these brothers, opened up a men's, almost like a day spa. I know that sounds fruity, but it's a bar where they can get good bourbon. They can smoke cigars in there.
Oh,
They
yeah,
can
yeah. I know.
get. They
Yeah.
can get like a shave. They can get
What the
like,
fuck
what
do
is
they
that
call them?
blade shave? You know where they
What do they
shave you
call
with the
those
blade?
fancy bartenders?
I can't remember, but like it's not,
Something
and
is.
there's TVs playing sports and shit like
Yeah.
that, but and it's got like an old, the inside is like old school charm.
Bars are the
Yeah.
worst industry for that they don't realize specialty matters. The bar I worked at, I'm like,
So
you
you
guys
can
got
have you can have a couple of dudes over in the chess section playing chess, drinking some whiskey.
Yeah.
And then some dude a few feet over getting a shave or like a towel, the hot towel stuff.
That
And
is
they have-
definitely a yuppie area.
Yeah, or you can like all kinds of
Bourbon
crap
and
like
chess.
that. I know,
She said
right?
bourbon and chess. That's definitely yuppie. Now there's places. There's a
There
place
was
in Fishtown in Philly. It's called the Pizza Museum. You go in, it's a pizza store. They sell like Italian made pizza, you know, like brick oven or whatever.
Oh, I
But there's
love
shit on
brick
the
oven.
wall, like there's all kind of memorabilia all over the place. It's cool. You'll pay $3 for a plain slice, $5 for a plain slice because of
And they were good
the
size,
experience. You know, it wasn't huge for a slice. I could go to a neighborhood pizza store and get a huge slice for $3, but it was the experience. You know, people don't realize that. It's the
Well,
reason you
there,
go to an Italian restaurant over Olive Garden. Because you know, when you go to the Italian restaurant, there's going to be Italian music playing. There's going to be Italian wine,
dressed people.
Italian salad. People are going to be dressed. You know, it's not the same experience.
oh my God, we have this one family-owned Italian restaurant, and one of the uncles sings opera to the tables and shit. It is like the best. I swear, you're right. Like, there's a
GMA
lot
said
to
they
be
will
said.
pay to do yoga for goats. They'll pay
With
for
goats.
goats to do yoga with them. Oh, Jesus.
Oh wow.
Jesus.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. No, I mean, there are like places where you can go exercise that have stripper poles, ballerina bars.
A lot of places took that on the stripper.
Well, you could go into this place and you can
as exercise.
go to the right. Go to the right. It's the pole dance and exercise class, and if you go to the left, you see it's the ballerina one where they have like a ballerina bar where you can like do the like all the ballerina poses and shit, man. Like, because
See,
you're
that's what's missing in a lot of places. And like you ask why certain areas are bad or ghetto, and why you think Kensington is bad? Where's these places we're speaking of in Kensington? Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, where's the place for the people in the area to
oh
take
my
pride in?
God! I just saw in the chat. I
We
love
can't
your
even
cat,
have a
Bobby.
fucking we can't even have a public library that isn't totally corrupted. That's a
I know
public
that's
library.
terrible.
So it's like, what does Kensington have to be proud of? Nothing. You know what I mean? They took everything. There was a movie theater. They tore that down before I was born. Right at K&A, there was a movie theater.
Well, you know what?
There's
I was gonna.
You took all the fast food away but coffee.
Yeah.
Because there's
It's
an
not-
L stop right there. People get coffee in the morning. That's all.
But
that was.
can you blame the people in that area to open businesses as to why they wouldn't do it?
I mean, some businesses have been there since I was a kid. It's crazy. Like that one block of the Ave between Clearfield and Allegheny, there's been people there since.
What about
There's a one Asian guy remembers me from when I was 5.
What about the place
35
Malo
years
used to?
ago.
How about the place where Malo used to hang out? Had that been there for a long time? That's right across from the library, right?
The quick stop.
Yeah.
I can't remember exactly when that was built, but if I were to guess.
How about the Chinese store, the Chinese place where Frank gets his food?
That place has been there for decades. Most Chinese stores you see on Kensington Ave have been there since the 80s. Pizza stores, it might be under new management. Like the pizza store that's right there, they did change management. That pizza store has been open. I loved going there since I was a child.
I mean, unfortunately, people that have businesses in Kensington now are only there to serve the residents. Nobody's coming anywhere.
No one's coming there. Yep.
You know, or unless you're cut from there and you're like, I'm going to Doo-Doo's place because he has bomb-ass cheesesteaks and I'm going to get it.
Yeah, the only other thing you'll get is like a shoemaker. Like it's so specialty that it's just like some old 90-year-old dude in the middle of Kensington. You know what I mean? Like, you're driving down the block seeing all that, and then you're like, oh, I'm just going to the shoemaker for my prom.
I know, but at the same token,
fucking shoemaker in Kensington.
What do they call those people they're called something?
Cobblers?
Cobbler. Yep. Google Murph. I told Kelsey had something wrong with one of her shoes, and I'm like, take it to the cobbler in the mall. And she's like, what are you talking about? She's like, I have no clue what you're. No, this woman, this Asian family opened up a dry cleaner in the mall and rented out a corner of the store for the cobbler. How smart is that?
Gee, that's what I'm saying. It's like
So
You have to.
I went in there to I went in there to get some alterations done, and I looked over and I saw him working on a shoe, and I'm like, damn, some of my heels need the tap put on them. You know, on the heel part, how that wears down, and it's just a damn nail.
Yeah.
But anyway, I'm like,
I'll
can I
tell you,
bring
a lot
my
of the
shoes in?
Masons in Kensington, they knew what they were doing. That one, the one right next to the 7-Eleven, it was so big that they made it a school. Like kids, I guess, that are coming, they could be American already, American-born Asians, I'm sure. But I'm saying anybody that's coming over, whatever the case, you could be taught to how to cut hair and do nails right there. After you get graduate, you're hired right away. You're cutting hair the next day.
Mm.
I'm going to tell you, and I'm going to tell you, you say what you want about these young kids, but some of these young kids are some great money makers. I'm going to tell you what.
They're resourceful. Yeah.
They're resourceful. I'm telling my daughter's friend does eyelashes, okay?
Yeah.
Like the fake eyelashes that these girls wear, she does eyelashes, and this girl's like straight out of high school, man.
Yeah.
And she's got enough money. She rents a small place. She's got it set up nice. She's got a flat screen TV on the wall. She's got music playing. She's got a water fountain. You go in there, the ambiance is great, and she's making money. She's making money hands over fist.
Yep. Yep. It depends on like where your location, and that determines what kind of store people don't take that into fact. I'm going to do the store I want. And it's like, and you'll fail.
Yeah.
I'm going to make the bar how I want it, and you'll fail. It's not about what you want. It's about what the people want.
I mean, even the young girls that
You
are
see
doing
bar
like
rescue.
open.
Well, we were great for 5 years, and then he started slacking. People stopped coming and went to another bar. Yeah, because this place is ugly and old, and you didn't modernize with it, and your boss is an asshole who's drunk talking to people all night.
Yeah.
You have to take these steps to be successful. The businesses are dying.
I mean, even the three. There's 3 young girls at this place that I go to. They get together and they're nail techs. One specializes in art design. One does a certain, they each have their specialty. They split the rent, and they've got all their friends from high school, college, referrals. I mean, it's ridiculous.
If you cut hair and have space, there's no reason someone's not there doing nails.
Oh my God, right?
There's nothing in your way but opportunity. Think of it. You start putting out feelers right away. Hey, looking for a nail tech, run your own shit, little payment, blah, blah, blah. You could even work with them to get the business off its feet, whatever. All right, for now, you're just going to pay a portion of the rent. We're not going to have like, I brought you in fee, none of that shit. Just give me $200 a month, whatever. If the building's $800 a month for you, you give them a quarter of it, $200 a month. They're going to take that because they're fucking probably paying $3 or $4 for the chair that isn't theirs. They work for somebody else. They get yelled at all day. You know what I mean? Can't use the colors they want. Can't do the styles they want. You have to offer that to people. Then what's in your way? One desk, one light, one set of equipment.
Yeah,
$1,000
you have to
$1,000. You put it out. I put out 1,000 for you. I don't even want that right now. You give me the 200. When you're on your feet, pay back that 1,000, and then eventually become a 50-50 partner in the building. Who's not going to take that?
Right, and even if you're just renting,
pay $200 a month until you can become a 50% partner.
Well, you're renting this. If you're renting a square footage of, I'm just going to use like 50 by 50 square foot space.
Yeah.
You charge them by the foot, and then you charge them guesstimated electrical costs, water costs, blah, blah, blah. I mean,
think of how much wasted space is in barbershops or beauty salons. Beauty salons use them better than barbershop. The space better because they have hair wash and shit. And barbershops just have 3 fucking chairs. You know what I mean? And then but think of like the wasted space you see in barbershop. It'll be a big ass desk in the corner. It's like that's where the nail tech.
Well, even if they had like a unisex when we're a woman and a man, well, no, women stay a lot longer. There's no way.
Yeah, but what you would want to do is make a barbershop and a beauty salon. Your husband and wife, if that was your professions, one building split off.
That's
both,
what I'm
you know,
saying. Yeah,
one
yeah.
side's ladies, one side's men. You have sliding
And
doors to
it's not, yeah,
separate
it's
them.
not even like they could even go together because a woman's like
Mm.
cut and dye and
Girl,
nails
yeah,
and
women
stuff.
want to gossip and conversate, and men are in
Yeah.
there like, man, the fucking Sixers blew it again. You know, we're different.
I know,
We
right?
go to the barbershop to talk about men shit, sports, fights,
Well, I'm
and
just
then,
talking
you know,
about a
philosophical
color,
debate. Women
even
go to relax, enjoy themselves. They do gossip a
gossip.
little bit, but it's the same philosophical debates. That's between both sexes do
Most of
that.
ours are basically about, yeah, it depends, but
Yeah, you talk about what's going on in the social
a
climate.
color and a highlight, a cut and a blowout and all that kind of crap can take up to 3 hours.
Yeah, exactly. And the
So
man,
men
you
aren't good.
figure,
Yeah, yeah.
unless
You
he's
be
getting his hair braided and getting a beard shape up,
exactly.
he's going to be done way before
Oh,
you.
that's a good one. There's a lot of the
I knew a girl that started off just braiding hair and
braiding.
then just knew how to cornrow straight cornrows. Then learned other shit.
We'll put the extensions in and all that stuff. That
She
takes
has a shop on
time.
Frankfurt Ave in Frankfurt. It says African braiding. Started off with cornrows. Now does everything.
I'm gonna tell
Anything
you,
you can imagine. All
my
the braids,
my son
sew-ins,
gets his
everything.
my son gets his hair every once in a while braided at the
Yeah.
African braiding place,
Yep.
and he's there for hours. They
They
deserve
make
to
good
make a
money.
lot of money. Yeah,
They make good money.
you figure if
But
you're
it's a
there
lot of
8
work.
hours, they can only
You're
have
going to have
one
carpal
customer.
tunnel by the time you're 60.
Some of them girls can make your hair look crazy as shit.
The
Neat
designs.
as hell.
It's
Yeah.
cool. Yeah,
They take their time with it and they learn it.
that's a fact.
Yeah, it's crazy. There's the stuff that you can do. You know.
But that's a small talent and a little small investment, and you can make it into something.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you know 3 styles of braiding hair, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's enough to start. As long as they're very common forms, you know what I mean?
Kellz, do you know how to French braid?
Katie does.
I can't do it for shit.
Remember Katie did mine.
My daughter can do her own by looking in the mirror.
Yeah,
Oh
remember
my God.
Katie did mine. I look like a Viking.
Kelsey
I
gets
can
so
normally
mad
do
at me.
that,
She's
but
like,
that's it.
Mom, can you French braid my hair? I'm like, Kelsey, that I can. It's like using
Yeah.
chopsticks.
It wasn't
I
popular
can't
when
do
you
it.
were young. It wasn't
No.
popular when you were young. I can teach you how to make a bun.
No, it was popular.
Tight
Like the
bun.
volleyball,
Messy
like the
bun.
I just can't do it.
It wasn't as popular when
the
you were young.
volleyball chicks could like do theirs without
Yeah,
even looking in the
MMA
mirror.
fighters and volleyball shit, but it wasn't. You didn't see regular girls just French braiding their hair. Not when we were young. It was other braids. It
Or
was
she'll say,
pigtail
"Can you?"
braids.
When her hair's, I
ponytail
said I
braids.
can do a straight braid. That's all I can do.
Yeah, that's.
I used to tell when I was like 13, 14, you know, you flirt with girls, but you're an asshole. I would tell them I could braid hair and then tie their hair in knots.
You are so bad.
Yeah, I was an asshole.
Hey, Kenny, Tennessee
In the building.
Tennessee
We got about
Williams.
15 minutes left, guys. Maybe a little less. We had a good show tonight. Watch some TV. Chillax with my lady.
My granddaughter learned how to make different kinds of braids by watching. Yeah, I try to watch the tutorials too.
Yeah,
I'm like, I can't do it.
That's where everyone learns nowadays. You can learn everything. You know how many people learned how to do a tie because of YouTube?
Yeah.
I still can't do it. I got close the last time I did.
Hey, you know what? Even like just like phone things or computer things. I mean, you can learn so much on YouTube. It's like
It's crazy. YouTube used to be wilder. The wild, wild west of YouTube, there used to be a video on how to cook crack. They substituted the Coke with something else, but yeah.
Probably what, like flour or something?
I forget. I think he used
or
like the cut people buy Bolivian Flame or whatever it was called.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, that's the same consistency, but I think it's like nothing. People used to do crazy shit. Fucking creamer, powdered creamer. I seen a guy sell somebody 2 rocks that were soap, And the dude came back and was like, yo, I think they were soap. And the guy is a big guy. He's like, what are you saying? I sold you fucking soap, pussy? And the guy's like, no, no, no. I'm sorry. Let me buy 2 more.
Tennessee says they showed you how to cook crack and meth. Oh my God.
Yeah, YouTube used to be wild. Like YouTube 2010, 2011, 2012.
Before everybody was doing all the lives and all that.
See,
shit.
I didn't.
You didn't want to see Murph in them days. I was in the fucking rabbit hole. I thought everything was a conspiracy.
I'm going to tell you what, I didn't even like, I didn't even frequent YouTube back then. Like, I was just like, the kids were, I was all over the place working. I mean, I knew the kids
I didn't
did,
comment much. I didn't comment much back then. I would if I seen like the one video I seen, one of the only videos I ever, like the first video I ever disliked. I probably only disliked like 3 or 4 videos ever. But it was like the guy was subliminally being a sicko or something like that. I disliked it. I was like, you're a fucking sicko, you weirdo. And I thought that was like one of the first comments I ever wrote.
that's probably one of your trolls that still follows you till this day.
Well, he's lucky the comment got deleted when I fucking deleted my page and started this one. So.
Oh my God, that's so funny. And
I lost comments with thousands of likes.
I've never had a Facebook.
Numbers don't mean shit. Yo, I'm close to my watch hours. I need 1,000 watch hours.
Nice.
So what does that mean? Tell me. What does that mean?
I could get monetized once I hit the 4,000 watch hours. As long as people keep watching the shows,
How
we're
come?
good.
I mean, why don't you? I mean, you need to get Kell's show moved over to the main channel.
Yeah, no, definitely. I think that'll be this week.
Yeah.
Wait, what is today's date? The 11th. What's Thursday?
The 13th.
I think that was the date we had set. It was 6 weeks from.
I thought you said that was the day we had sex. I'm like, we don't need to know that.
It was the first day we ever had sex. No, it was 6 weeks ago. Get your mind out the gutter.
And then I realized you were in the future. I'm like, oh, okay. They're not talking about last week.
I want to try to rework 420 as well, but it's just hard for me and Kellz to be able to get like topics while we're working.
The thing about it is that
partial script.
Yeah.
Trying to write a partial script while you're working, or while you're dealing with kids, or it's just.
I think
so. Like 420,
Kellz,
I want to do because she'll be home now. So will I. So that'd be cool. We can't. Obviously, they don't. Our music shows are getting us hit. So we're gonna have to do that unlisted or something.
Yeah, that's sort of that sucks, but we have to do what we have to do, right?
We gotta do it. Yeah, I mean, like I always say, it's for the people who come to this show, the people who come to Cali. Like, so I'm not gonna stop it. So I said I don't want to move it to just the Patreon, but at least the Patreon you pay to be a member, so you get to see whatever the fuck I show you. Adam 22's Patreon, you'd be seeing his dick. Like him and his wife are porn stars, so you're gonna see a lot of porn shit on there. The Patreon's the Patreon. One of the ladies,
you can do anything on Patreon?
Not anything. Like you can't murder somebody, you can't have sex on a live. I don't think. I don't know everything. They're bigger platforms. I mean, Adam 22. Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. That's what I'm wondering, because the one Kellz watches who does true crime, she'll show the photos on her Patreon.
Like the autopsy shit, and they get into deeper convos about.
And that's what I'm thinking. Like Adam 22, I wonder if they made a special agreement with him or something, or is it like you could do anything if you're marked over 18? Because it's like he makes a lot of money. Even the $1 or whatever they make off of it a month, they're making a lot of money off of it. You know what I mean? It's like, if he's saying he's clearing $1 million a month off Patreon, how much do you think they're making? Taking $1.
I mean, even if they're doing sexual acts without showing actual vag or penis, they could just the imagination of the person that's watching it.
Look at Skinemax. You never on Skinemax, you ain't ever seen the inside of a vagina or a penis.
That's what I'm saying. Like your imagination's like, you know what they're doing.
30 years. So
you know what they're doing. So some people can get, you can get turned on by that, right? I mean,
some people get turned on by just hearing someone moan.
Right.
So you don't even have to see it. Sex
Yeah,
sells.
there's,
I mean, yeah,
I know. I mean, there's people that make money just moaning to other people.
exactly. Phone lines, phone sex, the phone sex lines,
Yeah.
phone bone lines.
Or just spooning with people. They don't want to have sex.
Oh,
They
there's
just want to
crazy shit
spoon.
out there. Yeah, people that just want to be spooned. That's crazy. I mean, I get it. If you haven't had any human interaction in a while,
Flat back and cells.
but if you want to be spooned, to me that feels like you have mommy or daddy issues a little bit. Like someone
I
didn't
think
love
it's
you
more
enough.
senior citizen stuff.
Maybe, yeah. Because like I
Because if
always
they
joke I like to be the little spoon sometimes, but Kellz doesn't. She's littler than me, so she's not gonna hold me much. It's always gonna be me holding her.
yeah, but if your man's body exudes a lot of heat, like he's hot as shit, man, all the time, and it's if he takes his leg and throws it like his legs are all. He's just men are just big.
Oh, so you have to mark your Patreon adult/18 plus because it won't be searchable. So someone will wait. I mean, yeah, it has to be searchable. It probably means it won't be searchable unless you as well are
Or
adult.
you give the link.
Yeah, or you get the link exactly. Oh, okay. But yeah, no. That's. I mean, there's maybe unlisted. Send the link on IG. I mean, but who knows? It's bullshit. Like I said, I'd understand if I fucked with somebody, if I treated someone a certain way, and then they're trying to troll me and dox me. Fine, but I didn't say or do anything that none of y'all.
So if you,
fucking
yeah, I mean,
like you seen me in someone's chat, so I'm guilty. Like, get a life.
This says be sure to mark posts with mature themes as Patreon only and ensure your page is flagged as 18 and
Yeah.
up.
Tennessee, do you know what spooning is? Type yes
Yeah,
or
spooning
no.
is like when you're holding your shorty
He
between
said,
your
I'm
arms. when
too
you're
high.
doing
Y'all said spoon, LOL.
it. Yeah, when you're just cuddling.
No, whose chat was I in? I think it was Ivy's. Who was it? Me and somebody else. No, me and ODPR. Imagine that. Old Dusty.
Mm-hmm. That's my guy.
I said, I like spooning, but not right after we have do the act because I'm too hot and I don't want nobody up on top of me. He said, that's the way I am. I don't like it. It's too hot. I'm like,
every time we spoon, we seem to fork. Hi.
That's what Tam said to me. She's like, so you just like forking? I'm like, oh my
You don't want
God.
to spoon, you just want to fork. That's
Oh
a
my
fact.
God, it's hilarious.
We got about 4 or 5 minutes left, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure you guys are hitting that like button. As always, I have a great time on this show with Queen Kellz, with the amazing Pamela J.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah,
LOL,
that's good.
fork after spoon.
It's exactly what I
No.
envision it to be, though. Like it's like the podcast I watch. They talk about a slew of topics.
Yeah, we
different
just like banner off of each other. Like
Yeah,
friends do.
exactly. We make jokes or we make
You know what?
points.
It's just friends having conversation. This would be just like if you were sitting at like somebody's house, like having a conversation.
That's why I called it Convos. It's like we could talk about whatever, when someone, even before I had you and Kellz as the co-host, it's like I put the link out there, like someone want to come up and talk about whatever. Come up and talk about what's bothering you, what's going on in the world, whatever. That's why I thought,
Tennessee, what happens is the man spoons the woman from the back and usually something starts poking her in the back. So
and she says, I'm trying to go to sleep. I got work in the morning.
And you're like,
you're acting like it'll take me that long.
No, here's the mood killer. You've been together, you've been together a long time and you're like, okay, I'll do it. Are you going to do it fast? Just do it fast and hurry up.
If I fall asleep, you're on your own. If you fall asleep, I'm stopping. I would say that. They're like, if you fall asleep, you're on your own. I'm like, if you fall asleep, I'm stopping. That's weird. I would never have sex with my partner when we were sleeping. That just feels weird.
That could never happen. I mean, I don't think so.
Like, there's differences. If let's be honest, let's be a little graphic. If you're woken up to head from your partner, that's not as bad as waking up to your partner on top of you. Then you're like, wait a minute, is that my partner? Going to take me a second? Okay, it is. What are you doing? Yeah, I panic and punch you.
It's like if you don't
Get this
even,
bitch off me, babe.
yeah, that's when like he wants to try to spoon and you know what's going to be poking you in the back. You're like, no,
Oh.
get away from me,
Imagine
get
that
away.
you wake up, fam, your partner's on top of you. You're like, babe, get this motherfucker off me. You're like, oh, it's you. He's like, what are you talking about? You're like, oh, it's you. Okay.
Who is this? Who is this?
Yeah,
Oh
don't
my
be fucking
God.
with me without sleep. Kellz learned that lesson a long time ago.
Like what?
She was trying to wake me up messing with me like that. And I said, stop. And she said, why? And I said, I don't have any money. And she got a little offended and was like, fuck you mean you ain't got no, what you need money for? And I said, for tattoos.
I forgot. You're like, I forgot where I was.
I said for tattoos.
He still don't remember to go.
I was
should have
sleeping.
said.
I don't
You
remember.
should have said. Kellz was like, "This ain't no happy endings joint. Get the fuck
Shit,
out."
me
dude."
and Kellz had a fucking Kellz leaving argument, and I don't remember it because I was sleeping.
Yeah.
I woke
my
up, I was like,
God.
where the fuck Kellz at? They were like, my homie and the girl who was like, you told her to leave. I was like, I was sleeping. They're like, she said you told her to leave. I call her. I'm like,
You fucking yelled.
I'm like, you fucking left? She's like, yeah. I'm like, you left with my kids? She's like, yeah, you told me to leave. I was like, I don't know what you're talking about. I was like, fine, bitch, you made your bed. Get comfy. Like,
Or like your
we were
couple.
so zesty to each other back in them days.
I know,
I was
or like
you
when
made
you're
your
like
bed,
with the
bitch.
kid,
Get comfy.
you know, when you have kids and you're tired and you look at them and you're like
Man,
clean-
I was like, what do you
You're-
mean
no.
she left? I'll kill somebody.
no, you're cleaning the kitchen or something and you look in the back where he might be watching TV and you're like, are you trying to get some tonight or something? Because I gotta hurry up and finish these dishes and stuff. So
After the kids are
go
over
take a shower and
5.
get ready because blah blah blah.
Yeah.
And then I come upstairs and he's laying like butt naked, just ready in the bed, and you're like, oh,
Oh no,
God.
yeah. After the kids are 5 years old, shit changes. Shit changes big time.
and
You
then
gotta
the
get it
kids.
when you can.
Kennedy said my wife woke me up to ask me if I was asleep. I said, this bitch.
You see what it looked like. Hey guys, we're gonna wrap up the show. Another amazing show with Queen Kellz and Pamela. God, I had a good one.
Yeah, we had a
Yeah,
great
definitely-
show. Fun
Definitely thought
time.
we would have a few crazies popping in, but at least the blocking's working.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. Well, listen, I appreciate having
Well,
the
we had crazies
conversation.
pop in, but they're the crazies we expected. Let's
Yeah,
go,
they're
y'all.
the crazies we love.
Yeah. That's
So,
a fact.
yeah, I had a great convos tonight,
Definitely.
Kellz. I'm so
Yeah,
happy
me
you're with
too.
us. Love you,
Yeah.
darling. Love you both, and I'll
Me
talk to you
Me
tomorrow.
too, Sis. Definitely talk to you tomorrow.
All right, honey. Bye, guys.
See. The amazing Pamela J, ladies and gentlemen, great co-host. There's 3 of us now. I love the energy all 3 of us have. Like I said, it's me and Kellz here. Pamela's at her place, but we could still feel like we're all connected. Like you guys we're just sitting on the taller chairs. You guys are sitting in the same room. Your chairs are just off. We're on a 2-inch platform. We're like TED Talk. But now, like I said, I like when the energy. It feels like the podcast I watch, the Bad Friends podcast, and Two Bears, and Your Mom's House, and like all these great podcasts that we watch. That's what I try to,
Like it's an actual conversation.
Yeah, you're not up here and we're not gossiping or talking dumb shit. We talked about some real shit tonight. Dr. Jack Kevorkian, and we didn't get too deep in that. We can definitely. I think it was because all 3 of us wanted to study up a little more before we went talking about it. But we'll definitely get more into that on another episode or something like that. But I had a great time. We couldn't do this without you guys, as always. We will definitely be trying to bring you guys Cooking with Kellz this Thursday right here on the Dirty Kenzo, making its premiere on the Premiere channel. I got a cat sitting on my foot. Thank you.
He's always biting.
Yeah, I'm excited, guys. Like I said, we just got to keep staying our path moving forward. Don't let the other shit knock us off. We know what we want to do as individuals, community, and as content creators. So with that being said, I'm going to give you guys a little music right here where we wrap everything up. Hope you guys take these good vibes with you, these good conversations into your life, into your day. Remember, treating somebody nice is free, and it could change everything for you and them. Wise words of the day. Ignoring even the most ignorant person and quote, killing them with kindness sometimes makes the world a better place. So with that, I'll leave you guys with a little bit of Best Before the End, music by DirtyKenzoproductions. Appreciate y'all. And please keep in mind that these songs are still under construction, so to speak. Another big thank you. Pamela J, Queen Kellz, the best audience. Let's go. Salute to our Patreon members, Nat, Haley, Queen Kellz, GMA, and drumroll please, our newest, Thursday. Appreciate y'all. Pammy, we will let you know how to do that. I didn't forget that you said that. I know you'll love this song, so let me shut up. Enjoy. That was Best Before the End, unofficial new music from the DirtyKenzoproductions. I thought I had this club one. Unfortunately, I don't. But I wanted to show you guys this one and see your thoughts. This will be the last one before we get out of here. New music you haven't seen yet. Of course, unfinished as well. We're getting there. But frantic. DirtyKenzoproductions. New music from DirtyKenzoproductions. It's unfinished, but frantic. Appreciate everybody. We will see you probably Thursday night for Cooking with Kellz. If not, a super secret nostalgic breakfast. And like I said, I want to try to work Murph at 420 back into something, like something with me and Kellz. It was just, we have to have topics and we'll work it out. I think we can manage. So with that being said, everybody, I think I'll play the outro.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Indeed. Ain't nobody got time for that.
Often imitated, never duplicated. Dirty Kenzo Productions.
Thanks again to everybody who tuned in to Convos episode 19 right here on your favorite channel, The Dirty Kenzo. Appreciate y'all. Peace.
Bye.